Let's look at our gradebook setup. As we go to my class here, I've created a class. I'm just one class throughout the year. Yours, you'll have multiple sections in here, and you'll need to set up your gradebook in each one of these sections. To begin with, we go over to our index menu, instruction, and to assignments, and this is where we set up our gradebook. We just start with these tabs. We're going to go left to right, and we're going to just pick them up as we go. First, we start with our edit teacher preference. In Edit Teacher Preference, you have some pick boxes here you need to choose from, and then one other crucial area right here, the grading task. To begin with, you can always hide drop students. What this means is if you have a student that drops halfway through your trimester, it just removes them from your list. They're still been in your class before. The issue with hide drop students, if you're an ICU homework list user, if a student has a missing assignment and then they drop from your class and you have them hid, they'll still show up in your ICU report as a missing assignment. So if you have them hid, you won't see that kid on your list. You'll ask, why does that kid keep popping up on the ICU list? That's why. So in that case, you'll need to unhide that student, delete that missing homework, and then you can hide the student back again. But that's just with hide drop students. Then we have show pictures, things like that. So if you're going to show pictures and you want to do a seating chart with pictures on it, and you want to print that, you need to show pictures right there. You need to show student pictures. And then also use seating chart for attendance. What this will do is when you open up the attendance view, instead of having the roster list, it will show you your seating chart in there. You can choose that in the attendance page also. You don't have to do it right here. Use canned comments. That's the comments for the report cards, so you need to make sure you do that. And then this one right here, we need to make sure we select term grade. And everything we do in setting up the gradebook, we need to make sure we select term grade. And that's Gradebook Setup. So whenever you're setting up the gradebook, select term grade. That's the safest way to be. And then let's mass assign this to all subject areas. All you do is click the blue link at the bottom, select all, and then always hit save. So now we've set up the Edit Teacher Preference tab. Now we need to set up the grade calc option. With the grade calc option, this is a new screen that's popped up from last year with an update. It's going to pop up a screen like this, and it says you need to create a grade calc option for your report card. Just click on continue, and then in this section right here, right over here where it says calculate in progress grades, points or marks, we're going to click that radio button. And this should start looking familiar now. We need to select what grade calc we're going with. If you're a K3, 1 through 3, you're going to select this primary scale. That's the O, G's, and S's. If you're 4 through 12, this is the ABC score right there. And then you have 3 options right here. If you do not check any of these 2 boxes, you're going with total points. If you check this one, weighted categories, that means you're going to have different grade categories, and you're going to weight those folders accordingly. Or if you want to use percentage scores, that means you're going to give them a 90% on this assignment, 80% on that assignment. It doesn't matter how many questions are on the assignment, you're just going off the percent. That's that one. Large majority of people leave both these blank because they just do total points. And once we've done that, we can save and continue. So that does that for that course. One thing about the grading scale with this is you're going to need to go to each course and do this. You can't mass assign it and only do it once and attach it to all courses. You need to go, so if you had a second hour that was geometry, you'd have to go do that second period. Or people in elementary, you'll have to do it for the mathematics, the reading, the language, science, and social studies, those different areas. You'll have to go set the grading scale for each of those areas. Okay, once we hit save, it doesn't pop off this page or anything, it just stays right there, but you hit save, you go back. And now we're to the third part, creating a category. Every assignment book or every grade book has to have a category. You're just going to click on Create Category. We're going to call this category just Assignments. You can have as many categories as you want. Some people make assignments, and then also make a homework, and also make an assessment folder. They have multiple folders for multiple things. That's perfectly fine. From here, we're going to leave them blank unless you decided to do weighted categories. Then you would fill in the weight of this category. So if I had 3 different categories, I would just adjust them so the total of the 3 categories equals 100. So if I had an assignment, a homework, and maybe assessment, maybe I want assessments to be 80% of the grade, I'd put 80 here for assessments. Then I want assignments to be maybe 15%, so then I put a 15, and then I want homework to be 5. So that means homework would be 5% of the grade, assignments would be worth 15, and then assessments would be worth 80% of the grade. That's one way you could do it. Once we do that, then you just select which section we want to assign it to. Of course, we're in English. If I had multiple English sections here, I could assign the folder to all those English sections at one time. And then we always select term grade. Make sure you always select term grade. Please do not select midterm here. Whenever you set up your gradebook, always select term grade. I can't say that enough. And then we're just going to save this category. It says it takes several minutes, but it never does. And then we saved our category. So now, as we go back, we've edited teacher preferences, we've created the grade calc option, and we've set up the categories. Now we're pretty much ready to create an assignment. And I have another video clip for that one, but that's how you set up your gradebook.